to the countdown.
Tahniah! Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Okay. Hello there everyone. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Before we proceed, let's begin our session with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. And for the non-Muslims, please recite your prayers according to your religion. So how is everyone doing today? Is everyone ready for the class? I'm pretty sure all of you are eager to start our lesson. But before that, I am Teacher Zanaria, aka Cikgu Zana, your moderator for today. And together with me is our control host, Teacher Emily Lim Yit Im, aka Teacher Im, from College Tingkatan 6 Tapah, Perak. Our observer, Madam Rosmaya from SMJK Yuha, Kajang. And our important person of the day, our presenter, Teacher Liu Ailin, aka Teacher Ailin from SMK Datuk Pengawal Timur, Pasir Gudang, Johor. For your information, we are now live on 3 channels, namely Teacher Ailin's, Teacher Im, and mine. So please do subscribe our channels as a sign of support for us here, especially to Teacher Ailin for her hard work in preparing today's lesson. As usual, the lesson will last approximately for 1 hour, and please follow the lesson up until the end and give your full cooperation in making the class a lively one. Please take note, the certificate link will be given at the end of the session. Besides this, don't forget to claim your credit for today's live class. Collect the credits to redeem the attractive and amazing prizes in store. The link to claim the credit and the presenter's username will also be given at the end of the session. However, students, please be alert as there is 1-letter 4-digit code will be announced one at a time during the class. So please focus, get ready with your pen and paper. I would also like to remind students to use appropriate language and profile picture, if possible your own picture, if you wish to post comment on the chat box. I'm pretty sure all the students here are excellent students who will uphold a positive environment class. Stay focused, students, and if you have any questions, please write on the chat box and Teacher Ailin will try to provide you with the answers. So without further ado, let's welcome Teacher Ailin. Teacher Ailin.
Okay, how are you, class? Okay, guys. Okay, now so fast, it's my turn already. Seems like very fast. I will get ready. All right, so I have to prepare all the slides. Okay, all the slides for you. So, we have spent so much time. So please ask your friends to join. Okay, we work for you. So hope that everybody get benefit from there. Okay, so right now, this week, now since we have already finished chapter 2 last week, chapter 2. Now this week I start chapter 3, that is integration. And class, suppose after you finish one chapter, you should do your own short note note for your own. For example, you write down or you list down all the formulas in chapter 2 and categorize it. This formula used for what, that formula used for what. Okay, you write down the short note for your own. Okay, everybody has their own short note. Okay, so maybe your friend's short note will be not suitable for you. The short note is only will be understand by you. So making short note is very helpful, very useful. Okay, please make a short note and summarize what you learned in that chapter. That will help you memorize easier. Okay, so now I start the first lesson for integration. So integration today. And let me go to the slide. So integration for chapter 3, we will divide into a few slots to explain how to integrate a few what are the technique integrate, how to solve the integration and so on. Okay, so now today I'm going to discuss the integration involving exponential function. Okay, the integral, inside the integral has got a certain part of exponent. Right. So now before I start, I would like to, maybe these are the things, all the basic you have already learned during school, or your teacher have already taught. Okay, so now I just list out some of the very important formulas that can help you when doing all this kind of integration. The first is this power integration. Okay, then the second one is the exponential integration. Then another one is the exponential also, but with the base, not base E. Okay. Then the integration involving loan. Okay, these are the important formula. Then another one is the integration resulting the arctangent. Then integration resulting arcsine. These are the important formula that you must know. Of course, there are some other formula like trigonometry, because trigonometry today we are not talking about trigonometry, so I didn't list down here. So maybe some other formula that you have that but I didn't list down, maybe lah. Okay, so I list out this important formula. This important formula, if possible, please memorize. Okay, please memorize, because formula will help you to integrate this one integral faster compared with you use other method. All right. So now before I start, I think I give you the this one first. The code first, huh? The first code, yeah. The first code for today is A0. A0. Right? So please write it somewhere. So please don't forget the first code. So now I try to, I think you have got the question for the PDF already. Yes or not? Maybe some of you. If you haven't got it, you can go to the description. The link for the question for PDF I have already put in description. You can go there and get the question there. So after you have tried, so now we discuss. Today we discuss what is the answer and the solution for that. All right. So now we go to the first question. Okay, first question, we want to find the integration of this function. Okay, this exponential function. So, okay, class, as I told you just now, if you are you can use formula. Formula is the fastest to help you to get the answer. Okay, so but you have to know which formula is suitable to be used. So when you look at this question, and you double check with the formula that I list down here, probably which formula is suitable. You have to choose the suitable formula. Okay. Okay. So when we see, when we look at this one, the suitable formula for this question, now you see the power here. If you have the power here, probably the suitable formula is this one, power integration. Okay, power integration formula. So this is the one. But if you use this formula, so you have to uh, make sure the integral is in this form. So when you compare this one, okay, assume n is 3. Assume n is 3. So means your fx, okay, the term as fx should be ex plus x here. Okay, so means you need an fx, f prime. So when you differentiate fx, you will get ex. So now this is the f prime. So this is f prime, and this is n. So means you can use this formula. So directly you can write the formula. You can straight away use this one, fx. So you see fx, then n is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, then divided by 4, then finally you get the answer. You see, by using formula, one step you can get the answer already. So formula is the easiest way. But then class, if I think not every student they can identify the formula, which formula to be used. Many students they don't know. You see, oh, so many formula, which one is the suitable? Not many students, but many students they cannot identify which formula is suitable. Now, if you cannot identify which formula is suitable, now you can use substitution. In case like during the exam, oh, you do not know which formula to be used. So no choice, you have to use other method. Other method here, I recommend you use substitution method. Substitution method is a very powerful method that help you to find the integral. So to substitute means you substitute which term that create problem. Which term create problem? So here definitely is x create problem. But ex you have two ex. Which one to be substitute? Now we prefer if the ex, if the ex has got plus and minus certain constant, so we prefer this one. So means we prefer substitute ex plus 1. So if you substitute means all the integral here x you have to change to u. Let's say you use u lah. Not necessarily every time you have to use u. You can use other alphabet. You can use w. You can use y and so on. Okay. So let's say if you use e, so now you see this ex plus 1, you can substitute ex, you can change to u minus 1. So now dx. So when you differentiate this one, means you can substitute dx with this one. So means all the x you change to u. So after you change to u, you see this one, ex plus 1, you substitute with u power 3. Okay, ex you substitute with u minus 1, then dx you substitute with du over u minus 1. So you can see that you can cancel off this one. So once you substitute change to u, so you can see this one is go back to the form 4 level. The integration go back to form 4 level. Then now you can integrate. So but remember, after that you must unsubstitute. Unsubstitute means you return back the ex, unsubstitute. So now you get this one. Okay. So when you're given a question, the first attempt that you want to try, you should try whether you can use formula or not, because formula is the fastest way. Because during examination, the time is very fast. Okay, you have to use the shortest way. But in case you don't, okay, you don't see it. So the next choice, you can choose substitution. All right. So now I go to the second example. Same thing. Okay. Now let's say you're given this one. Okay. Now class, tell me which formula is suitable for this question. Formula 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one? Okay. Can you identify? Try to choose the suitable formula.
Okay, student, which is a suitable
When
formula?
you look at the question here,
There's a
first attempt. When you first attempt, you always try to use formula. See whether which formula is suitable for this one.
there's a square root there.
Mm-hmm. Can
The
someone
square root
write?
is like power.
Right.
Okay.
Square root means power to 1/2.
Two. Okay, so which rule are we going to use? Which formula?
Can you write which formula?
Yeah. Students, are you there?
Are you there,
I know there's
students?
the two of you. The two of you are watching this video, this lesson. Please write. Doesn't
Write 1
matter
or
if
2
you are
or 3
wrong.
or 4. Yes.
Yes. Number 6 by Divitra.
Number 6. Okay, Divitra, say by number 6. The rest?
Anybody else? A different answer?
Why don't you just show them the question again?
Question
They
again.
might not.
Oh, yeah.
They
Right.
might not have seen. Okay,
Yes.
then okay.
EX
I'll look at the
times.
question and then decide. Okay, let them
Yes.
decide now.
We have EX times square root 1 plus E to the power of X.
Square root, especially you look at the square root part, 1 plus
Yes.
e power x. Now we go bit to the
Formula
this
again.
one, formula.
So from there they can decide what is it.
Maybe I'm not going to wait for you. I just continue. Okay.
Okay.
You see if
Anybody? A few seconds more. It's either 1 or 2.
Don't worry if you are wrong.
Yes.
It's okay. Okay, now if you use 6, you see, the square root here, if you use 6, class, according to the formula, there must be a power 2 here. Okay, there must be a power 2 here. And on top, there must be in rational form. On top is derivative of fx. It is a rational form. But here, this one is not in rational form. Not in rational form. And another thing is here, you don't have power 2. So number 6 is not the suitable one. Okay, let me see. Okay, the suitable formula is this one. Why? Because I told you already. Okay, just now the square root is power. Okay, square root is power. Fx in this case is this one, 1 plus e power x. Then if you want to use this formula, you must derive this fx. So when we derive this fx, it is e power x. Yeah, ngam. You see or not? Must be ngam. If you want to use the formula, must be ngam. Okay, ngam, then only you can use. If it's like ngam, you cannot use. So means you see this one is fx, power 1/2 is n, f prime is ex. Yes. So you can use this formula. So when you use this formula means this one square root is power 1/2. So when you use this formula directly fx is 1 plus ex, then power n plus 1 is 1/2 plus 1 is 3/2 divided by 3/2. So when you simplify, then you get the answer. Okay, so you see the working step is short. Okay, since I will prepare the other option, let's say not many students can identify which formula is suitable. So let's say the student they don't see it. Okay, now we can use substitution method. Okay, so substitution method same like question number 1. you have to substitute the term where the term create problem. The term create problem, that is EX lah. But here you have EX and EX plus 1. So I prefer that one with plus a constant. So means I substitute this one, the whole thing, include the square root, because square root also create problem. If you want to integrate a square root, also quite difficult. So I substitute the term create problem. So this is the term create problem. So now EX, I can substitute now DX. How to change DX? So means you need to derive. So but when you derive, don't derive under square root. You change to square. Okay? When you derive under square is easier compared with square root. So after derive, you get this one. So when you rearrange dx, now dx you can substitute with this one. So now I'm ready to substitute. So you see ex I can substitute with u squared minus 1 here. Okay, then the square root substitute with u, then dx substitute with this one. So when we see that, you can cancel off. Okay, this one cancel off. So when you come to here, okay, so this one is easy to integrate. That is form 4, form 5 level. So simply you can do the integration, but remember after that you have to unsubstitute the u back. So now you get the answer. All right. So this is the second question. Now we go to the third question. Third question. If you want to use formula, what formula you can use? This one. Look at the question. X power 2, e power negative 2, x power 3. You see? Which formula? It is very clear which formula you can use.
That's
So it's, yeah.
formula.
Yeah, I think I have to fast because I have many questions. So you see, one of the term is EX. You see? And it is not rational function. Okay, EX, you know that. So the suitable formula is EX because you have EX here. Okay, so if you want to use this formula, first thing, you see, the fx and the f prime must ngam. Means that when you compare your question and the formula, this is fx. Okay, then when you differentiate f prime, this is negative 6x squared. But then you say that I don't have negative 6, but I have only x power 2. But if the term you don't have if you short of a constant, the constant you can plug in, you can put in. Okay, if it is a constant, so means the constant you short of constant negative 6. So means you can simply put in the constant negative 6, but at the same time, remember you have to divide the same number out here. So now when you compare here, okay, it is already ngam. This one is fx, this one is f prime here. So means you can directly use this formula to integrate. So finally, your answer is E, fx. That is your answer. All right. So same thing if you don't see. Let's say if you don't see. Okay, I want to use, then finally simplify lah. Now, let's say you don't see, okay? Because many students, sometimes they don't see which formula. Okay, I want to use substitution method. All right. So substitution method means you substitute which term create problem. Definitely is E. E will create problem. So I use U to replace e power negative 2x power 3. Then, okay, so this one I can replace, okay, x power 2. Okay, first I differentiate dx because I'm going to replace dx. So when I simplify, I got dx, du dx is this one. So this one, negative 2 x power 3 you pull down, then you differentiate this one f prime. F prime you get negative 6 power 2. Okay, then u, okay, es you can replace with u. Okay, now dx means dx you can replace with this one, but now you still have an x power 2 here. if you feel that x power 2 no place to replace, it doesn't matter. You just at the moment you put it there, okay. You feel that x power 2 got no place to nothing to replace, which anything to replace, don't know, but doesn't matter. You just substitute first. So first I substitute x power 2, because you see then x power 2, I don't know what to substitute. Never, you just put it there. E power, you substitute with u, then dx, you substitute with this one. So after you substitute, you find that x power 2 and x power 2 can be cancelled off. Now finally you have changed all the x to u. Substitution method, the important thing is you must change all the x into u, not allow any x here after changes. Okay, so now all the x already taken away. So now when you come to here, it is already very simple, come to 1. So differentiate, you can get, not differentiate, integrate, you get u. Then finally unsubstitute. Okay, so you see, choose the correct substitution. Substitution also can help if you don't see the formula. All right, so this is number 3. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4. Okay, if I want to use formula, which formula is suitable? Which formula is suitable?
Yes, student, which formula?
Yes, student?
We have sin x, suddenly we have cosine x.
Yep.
The clue is sin x.
Formula. Students, can you guess? Just guess, there's a method. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Okay, got students answer 2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, the
I think yes.
L
L.
answer 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
Let's-
L.
Check it out.
Great.
Yes, it's formula number 2.
M17.
M17.
Wow,
Oh,
M17.
Using code.
actually, because we are giving them code, which you,
Yes.
Ailin, you should be giving now. Second
Yeah.
code. The students
yeah.
are giving us back our code. They are putting name for their code. Amber, these kids.
Apply.
Right.
Second code
Okay,
before the
second
Islam.
code, and Ailin, we wait for them to do, for those who didn't do
Yes.
yet. And then Ailin, you give teacher Ailin, you give them the code, and I will put out the advertisement while they are doing
Yes.
this question.
Okay. The second code is 8. 8. 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
8.
All right, let's have a look at our advertisement for a while. We will be back. Stay tuned. Take note of that question and try.
Yes.
All right, see you later.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata gancaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Okay, we are back.
Okay,
Ailin,
continue.
over to
Okay,
you.
now, yeah. So if you want to use this formula, remember, okay, sure, E, Fx. So Fx is sin x lah. Okay. Then when you differentiate, you get cos x. So F prime is this one. Even though the position terbalik, but it doesn't matter. So directly you can give me the answer. So formula is very direct question. Okay, a very direct method. Okay. Then if let's say you say you don't see, let's say like you don't see, and if you want to substitute, sure you need to substitute which term that create problem. That definitely is E sine x. So then you differentiate and you arrange this one dx, substitute with this one. So maybe you say, okay, here I have a cos x, no way to replace, but doesn't matter. You for time being, you just substitute here first. Okay, e sine x you replace with u, cos x you put there at the moment. Now dx you replace with this one. So now you can see the cos and can be cancelled off. Okay, so after cancel off, you see it is very easy, the differentiation. So, but finally remember to unsubstitute back. Okay, so I think I have to very fast. I have many questions. Okay, so now this what formula you can use if you want to use formula?
What formula, students? Here we have a rational function. The clue, rational function.
Yeah, the clue is rational function.
So which
Rational
formula?
function. Okay, which formula? Here, why here formula? Okay, we have rational function. See whether it is okay or not. And then we double check whether it is that this one or is this one? Okay.
So, which one? Which one?
Which one? Which one? Please type. Hurry up.
Hurry up.
There's 3, 4, 5, or 6.
So I think I have to be faster because if not, I cannot finish. Okay, the formula is this one. The formula is this one. This is, you see, rational function. Rational function have 1, 2, 3, 3 only. Okay, so
Azri answer
okay, you
5.
got to ngam. Oh, doesn't matter. You later we have an example for number 5. We will see what is the difference. Okay, now you see, if you want to use formula, must be ngam. You see, if this one fx, so fx is this one, so you must have f prime. So f prime for this one is okay. Now because of this one, this one is not this one base is not e. So you have, when you want to differentiate this one, okay, you must have a ln a here. Okay, a ln a. So means when you derive this one, you should get this one because this one is a x. F prime is 1. Okay, this is f prime. F prime, this one, f prime is 1. Then after that, because of the base is 2, so you should put add in the ln 2 here. So the f prime is this one. But then now fx is this one. F prime, yes, ngam. When you say that, oh, teacher, we don't have ln 2. Don't worry, because ln 2 is a constant. If you short of constant, we can simply plug in. Okay, if you short of x, x cannot plug in. If you short of x, x cannot plug in. If you short of a constant, you can simply put in. But remember, after that, you have to replace back by using divide out here. So now you have the f prime, you have the fx. According to this formula, the integration is ln. Okay, ln of fx. Fx is this one. All right. Then after that, you simplify. Then you get this one. Okay. So okay. Now, in case if you don't see the formula, now we go to substitution. So substitution, definitely it is this one. Okay, index. I prefer if the index plus minus a constant. So I prefer to take this one. Okay, the plus and minus 1 here. So now we differentiate. Okay, and we arrange dx. Means dx you can substitute with this one. Okay, so du dx is equal to this one. Since 2 power x you can get from here. It is u minus 1. So when 2 power x shift it down, you can replace with u minus 1. So now I replace 2 power x here. 2 power x you can get from here, u minus 1. 2 power x plus 1 you can replace with u. Dx you replace with this one. So when we simplify, you get 1 over u inside here. So 1 over u, that is ln u. Okay, After substitution, you will get a very simple integral. Then remember to unsubstitute back. That is your final answer. Okay, so next, I go to this one. Okay, now this one, what formula is suitable for this one? Okay, first you see the rational function. Okay, now we go to rational function. So rational function is 4, 5, and 6. Okay, which one is supposed to? If you want to choose the formula, you got to ngam. See, you have to see the fx is in which position. Fx is in which position. Whether you have got the format of the this one or not. Okay, class, tell me which formula is suitable for this. Okay, for this
We
question.
have L telling that is number 4, and we
Four.
have
Azri.
Azri.
Oh,
Also number 4.
Asri. Number 4 now. Check it out.
Mm.
This one? Oh, yes, number 4. Good. You can see it. Okay. Why is
Okay,
number
good.
4? Yeah, now you see. Okay, if you want to use the formula, fx is definitely this one, denominator. So when we differentiate, now you get this one. Okay, so the numerator part is this one. Yeah, but the only thing is we short of constant. So remember, if you're short of constant, you can simply plug in and divide back. So after that, then you can see, you can simply use this formula ln fx. So very easy, very fast the working step. Okay. Now, if for the students, for those who don't see which formula, so you can also use no, this one terlepas. Sorry, yeah. Okay, for this one, substitution you can do or not. Okay, now substitution I will show you later. I'll show you later. Okay, now I give you another question. Why I give you this question? Because I want you to compare. So this question substitution later, later. So lupa saya punya slide already. Okay, now the following question. Okay, following question. You see, the question is very macam sama saja, yes or not? Okay, so you have to think if I want to use formula. Okay, this formula, which one is suitable? You see, in this one you can use a loan. Okay, so but for this one you can use loan or not. You got to double check the f prime. The important thing
Yes.
is you have to double check the f prime. You can get f
Mm.
prime or not. If you want to see which formula to use, you can double check. You can get f prime or not, and at the same time you have to see f prime is which position. All right. So when you compare with the this one, okay. So the formula is this one. Why we don't use this one? Okay, if you use this one, you see, f prime is this one. Okay, fx is this one. If you use this formula, in case like you choose this formula, fx is this one, f prime is this one. But this question, you see, f prime tak sama, tak ngam. You see that? We short of x, remember if we short of x, we cannot plug in. Just now you can plug in because we short of constant. But this one we short of e power x here. So we cannot plug in the thing. So means this formula is not suitable. So you go to this one. So when you go to this one, okay, now this one is a constant. So when you look at the pattern, this one is a constant. So this is a constant. So when you compare, okay, so when you compare, so fx should be ex because here you have a power 2. So means this power 2 you have to take out. Okay, power 2 take out means fx is your ex. Fx is a ex. Then when you differentiate, the f prime is ex. Now ngam, f prime is ex. So means you have got this format of question. Then only you can using this formula. All right. So you see here, you can rearrange here. This power 2 take out. If you want to use this formula, power 2 you must take out. Tinggal di dalam ini adalah fx. Okay. So now you just simply plug in. Okay, 1 over a. A is 1 in this case. Okay, 1 over 1 is 1. Arctangent fx is ex. Okay, divided by a. divided by A is 1. Okay, then plus C. But class, I want to remind you one thing, very important thing is when you use formula, remember when you use formula, you must write out the formula, what formula you are using. If you don't write out which formula you are using, then you will lose mark. Okay, remember class, if you want to use formula, please write out formula, which formula you are using during the examination. It's very important. If not, you will lose mark. I repeat. Okay, so now I change to substitution method. Okay, same question. Just now using formula. Okay, substitution method. Okay, substitution. Same thing. You substitute the term create problem. Definitely is E 2x. Okay, so here you have 2. Which one you prefer? I prefer plus or minus. If you have plus or minus a constant, then you take together this one. Okay, so now I differentiate du dx and I rearrange, I get dx here. So dx I can substitute with this one, and this one I can substitute with this one. Okay, e power 2x I can substitute with u minus 1. Okay, so once this one, then you can see you can cancel off the term here. Now tinggal ini. So when you substitute this one, you find that the integration will be go back to the simplest one. Then you get a lone u. And remember, please unsubstitute the u. Okay, this is by using substitution method in case you don't see the formula. So same thing, this one. Okay, now when you choose substitution u, okay, I say I prefer this one. Okay, you always can trial and error. Okay, let's say, okay, teacher Ailin say you prefer, teacher Ailin prefer plus 1 here, but you plus 1 here, when you do du dx, you are not able to get e 2x. You see or not? If you use this one, if you use u is equal to e power 2x plus 1. If like that, you see this one, ex, you cannot substitute away because here you can only have you have e power 2x, you don't have e power x. So ini tidak dapat digantikan. Okay, ini boleh gantilah, we see Okay, e dx you can ganti with this one, and u you can ganti with this one. Okay, so e power x here. Now e to x no place. Okay, so now if you use e to x if you use e to x, this one tak ada tempat. So now you use you change to ex. Okay, substitution method is you choose, let's say you choose this one, e power 2x plus 1, tak jadi. Tak jadi means you still have one term tak dapat digantikan, means this substitution is not suitable. If this substitution not suitable, you tukar, you change to this one. Okay, you try, tak boleh, then you tukar like that. Okay, it is not all the time like that. Okay, so no any single method it is all the time is correct. Sometimes this question can be used, sometimes that question can be used. So you have to try, then only you know. Okay, so now I since e power 2x plus 1 is not suitable, so I change ex. So when change ex, you see that dx, okay, dx you substitute, ex you can substitute. Okay, ex here, this one is u power 2. Okay, u power 2. So now when you simplify, when you come to here, okay, for this question, after you substitute with u, you still need to change to another method to solve. You cannot directly like this one. Okay, you will shift the format of the integral to another form of integral, that is 1 over u squared plus 1. So if you want to continue, you are going to use the second technique. Sometimes the question you need to use up to 2 technique or 3 technique. Okay, so this one, I use the technique of substitution. After substitution, I find that this is the rational function. I still have to use the second method. Okay, now, class, tell me, if come to this form, what method you can use? What
What
method
over
you can?
this plus 1? What method?
This one is rational function.
Mm.
Okay, this is integration of rational function. If you watch my video, I think you should know. I think you should know what method should be used. You see, this is quadratic with plus here. See, quadratic with plus here. You see, you have a rational function here. Okay, so we
Yes.
see. Okay, it is arctangent. You see the formula here. Okay, with a quadratic class, quadratic, if it is a rational function, and this one is quadratic is with u power 2 plus some value, then that is arctangent. Okay, so you see here the formula u.
There's
Okay,
a
this one
question
is
by
u.
L. There's a
Yes.
question by L. If
If
integration,
it can, if integration which has a formula to solve, but I don't use the formula to solve it, I use substitution. Can I? Yes, sure. Okay, you can use any method. If you want to use, because unless the question mention a certain method, then you have to follow. If the question never mention any method, so you can use any method. Okay,
okay,
sure, you got
L.
no problem. You can use substitution method. Okay, so means this one is arctangent. Okay, so now we continue to the. We will continue. Yeah, remember to unsubstitute. I forgot. Okay, to unsubstitute the u in order to get the final answer. Okay, now we go to the next one. Okay, so next one. Okay, what do you think? What formula is suitable for this one? Okay, we double check. Got, you got square root here. If got square root, probability maybe you can use number 1, maybe you can use number 6. The rest are impossible if you got square root. Because square root is power 1 over 2. Okay, just now we have seen the question number 2. We got square root. We use power. Now we have
Oh,
square root.
Teacher Im,
Yeah.
Teacher Ailin, the third digit.
Third code.
Oh, okay.
The
Wait.
third
The
digit
third
code.
code. The third digit code is 5. 5. Okay. So now I think I have to be very fast. Okay. So okay. So now the formula is this one. Okay. The formula is this one. Why? You gotta double check why we don't use this one. Why we don't use this one? Now you gotta compare dia punya pattern. So have to very careful. Square root. Okay, now we compare power first. Okay, if you want to use power, we double check. You can always trial. Kalau ngam, that is ngam. If you try, means kalau tak ngam, then you cannot use that formula. So we try. Okay, fx is this one. Okay, then we differentiate. Now we get this one. Yeah, we only short of the this one constant. So you can simply put in the constant. Okay, so now it is ngam. This one is fx. This one is f prime. Then you can get the answer by using power. All right. Why this question power is not this one number 6 is not suitable? Kenapa number 6 tak boleh pakai?
Why number
Because
6 cannot be used?
I answer myself.
Okay.
You see, so if you want to use number 6, power 2 inside here fx, you're gonna see fx. You can capai f prime or not? You see, you see, if you take out the power 2, means the fx is ex. Ex, when we derive, it should be ex, not e power 2x. So dia punya fx sudah tak ngam dah. F prime tak ngam. See that? Okay, see here. The fx, when you power 2, you take out the question just now, fx is ex. When ex, the differentiation should be ex also. But now, the f prime is not ex. So means the formula number 6 not suitable. Okay. So now, but you see this one. Ini yang ngam. You tengok So this one when I take out the power 2, means fx is ex. When I differentiate ex, okay, the f prime should be ex also. Yeah, see here. So the formula is suitable is arc sine. See, only a slightly small different here, then the total different formula, totally different formula used. So you have to be very careful. You try you try and error, see ngam or not. So now we will see this one. Okay. So when we take up 2, power 2, now fx is ex. When we differentiate, it is still ex f prime. So ngam, then only you can use this formula. A is a constant 1 here. Okay, so when you use this formula, okay, directly you can put in the answer. So it is outside, fx is ex, over A is 1 in this question. So finally, this is your answer. But remember, if you want to use formula class, please write the formula just beside your solution. If not, then you will be minus 1. Okay. So now this is number 9. I will go very fast. It is 10 minutes. Okay. Now, in case you don't see which formula to use, you still have the next option, that is you can use substitution. So use substitution, you have to choose which term create problem. So in this case, definitely is square root. Okay, square root always create problem. So you substitute. Now you need to replace dx, you need to differentiate, but don't differentiate under square root. You change under u power 2, because under u power 2, you differentiate is easier. And you arrange dx. Okay, when you arrange dx, e power 2x, you can replace with 1 minus, yeah, 1 minus u power 2. Okay, so e power 2x, you can replace with 1 minus u power 2. So when you replace with u, then when you simplify, then you find that that is very easy to integrate, and finally replace back the unsubstitute the u. Okay, but now you compare, I put them together because I want you to see. You see, the question is almost the same. Okay, if I say, okay, I want to substitute the term create problem, normally first attempt, I will try to substitute with this one. But when I try to substitute u with 1 minus ex square root, I find that one term tak boleh dihilangkan. Means when you see this one, you can hilangkan, dx, you can hilang, but ex, you cannot hilangkan. Tak dapat nak hilangkan ex. Okay, if it is in this case, means this substitute is not suitable. Okay, if this substitution is not suitable, then you change. Or when you try, if not suitable, you change. Now I change to this one. Okay, so when I differentiate dx, I can replace with this one. Ex replace with u. So I substitute with u, then I get this one. U, then cancel off. But when you come to here, you find that you cannot directly get the answer. You still need the second method of integration. Sometimes we need to use up to 2 technique or 3 technique like that. Okay, so first technique you use substitution. Then after substitution, you find that this one, okay, tell me what method you can use for this one.
Which formula?
Then we refer back to the formula. Rational function with square root. Rational function with square root, probability is this one, mungkin. Then you got to try lah. Okay, mungkin. Then you try. So, you see, this one, power 2. So, power 2 means this one is u. U derivative is 1. This is constant, doesn't matter. Ngam ke tak ngam? Oh, ngam, you see? This is u. Differentiate u, you get 1. So, means that one is arc sine.
Fine. Yes.
Okay, so arc sine, now you remember you got to replace back. Okay, see, the answer is that. Okay, now I continue. Now for
Teacher
this one,
Ailin, there's a
yes,
question here. Can he
right.
write, sepatutnya arc sana, write
Yeah,
ARC tu.
yeah, you can use ARC also.
Okay.
Okay, you can use ARC also.
Okay.
Okay, I think I still have 5 minutes. I cannot. Okay, I directly. Okay, for this one, I see. Do you think you have any suitable formula? I don't think so. When you double check a rational function with one on top, with this one, see, rational function with one on that, mungkin ini, mungkin sahaja. So you could double check. Okay, see, okay. If I want to use the formula tangent, power 2 have to take out. So means fx is ex. Fx is ex. So, but if fx is ex, f prime is also ex. But now you see f prime you don't have ex. Okay, so the formula this one tak boleh pakai. Okay, means for this question, no suitable formula should be used. Okay, if no suitable formula to be used, then you go to substitution because substitution is very powerful method. So definitely, I substitute with the term create problem, then I differentiate. Okay, now I try to change dx. Okay, so dx I change here e power 2x you can replace with u minus u minus 1. So now everything I can replace. Okay, now dx I can replace with this one 1 over u. So when you rearrange, you can get this one. Okay, same thing. You need the second method, second technique. After substitution, you need second technique. Okay, tell me what technique you can use here. This is rational function, integration of rational function. If you watch my video, you should know what method you can use. Okay, class, what method you can use? Oh, I have to very fast. I don't want to not ask. I continue. So
Partial
actually, you can
fraction.
yeah,
As
you
the
can
as one
use
answered.
yes, you can use partial fraction, separate it, and after that you get lone, and after that finally you will get the answer, and you will replace back the u, then simplify, then you get answer. Okay, so this is the integration of rational function. It is in factor form. Factor form, sure that one is partial fraction. After partial fraction, sure that one is lone. Then after that, they'll come to here. Okay, now when we go continue. Okay, so this one, when we double check, no formula suitable. Tak ada. And substitution, I think substitution also not suitable. Okay, tell me what method? What method, class? I know you know what method to be used. Substitution tak boleh pakai. Kalau substitution tak boleh pakai, formula tak boleh pakai. What else?
What technique? Remember all the techniques?
You have to memorize all the technique that you have. The teacher teach you.
Yes.
Yeah, integration by part. Good.
Good.
So
Good
means
as
you have many method. Yeah, very good. Okay, you have many method. You first attempt, you try formula tak boleh. Then you go to substitute cannot, substitute cannot. Then try another method. You have to always try kalau method ni tak boleh, then tukar like that. Okay, trial and error. This is by part. But I'm not going to discuss integration by part because we have a special slot for integration by part. Okay, stay tuned for that slot.
okay. So stay
So
tuned, students.
now, yeah. This one I give you. Even though now today we discuss about exponential. Now I think I need to give you a little bit about loan because about a logarithm, because logarithm and exponential, they are adik beradik. Okay, I still have to give you. I think I give you 3 example question about loan. Okay, now loan is a little bit to see formula. Let's say I want to use formula. You got to tengok baik-baik. Okay, sometimes if you want to see formula, you need to do a little bit simplify work. Means you see, if you have a loan, you see you have, because loan, differentiation loan is a 1 over xy. If you see you have x somewhere here, you can take out the 1 over x here. Okay, you can take out the 1 over x here. So when you take out the 1 over x here, you see which formula is suitable. Okay, I directly give you the answer. Okay, this formula, because when you test, it's fx is this one. Okay, when you differentiate this one, then f prime is this one, 1 over x. Yeah, ngam, you see, f prime, this one fx. The only thing is the power is 1. So directly you can find the loan 1 plus ln x power 2, then directly you can get the answer. Okay, then of course substitution. I go very fast. Substitution, you use the term that create problem, that is loan, together with the constant. So means you arrange dx, then dx you can substitute, loan you can substitute. Okay, now x macam mana? So you see, x no way to replace, but doesn't matter, you just try first. You just put in the dx here. When you put in the dx here, you see that x can be cancelled off. Okay, don't worry if x no place to replace. Okay, so now after that you can differentiate already. Okay, so now next one, we'll go very fast. If this one, you see, which formula should be used? Okay, so same, you can use this formula. If not, you can test again. You can test, you always can trial and error. You see, if fx is loan cost, okay, fx is loan cost, then f prime is this one. Okay, loan is 1 over cost, then differentiate is negative sign. This one will be negative tangent. So then you see here. Okay, so means tangent you can replace with f prime. You see, f prime is tangent. Yeah, you ngam. And this one is fx. So means you can directly use formula. You see, x. So this one is you substitute. So this one negative. The only thing is you short of negative lah. Okay, negative of course you can replace. Okay, so now this one is f prime. When you susun mengikut susunan, this one is f prime. This one is the fx. So now you can use this formula to answer. Okay, now in case substitution, sure, loan and this one ini lebih create this one create problem. So you substitute this one. So you replace with dx. So dx can replace. Okay, so tangent x dx can be replaced with negative du. Okay, so after you replace, then you find that you can get the integration. Okay, the last one. Okay, now for this one. Okay, for this one, when we double check the formula, no formula is suitable. Okay, if how you know, then we try lah. Then the student will say, how you know no formula is suitable? You got to try like that. Try, then no suitable, then you don't use formula, you go to substitution. So sure, substitution you have to choose. Then you say, hey, teacher, substitution, I want to substitute ln x or square root of x. Both terms are a problem. Then you try lah. First you try substitute your square root of x. Kalau tak jadi, you substitute with ln x, like that. So let's say I use substitute u with square root of x. So when I differentiate, now I find that dx I can replace with square root of x. Okay, so now square root of x I can replace with u. So means dx can be replaced ln. Okay, ln, how about ln? Okay, we simplify first. Okay, dx you replace with this one. Square root you replace with this one. Then you say, oh, cikgu, ln x tak boleh. Mana? How to settle the ln x? Okay, ln x you see here. You can simply take from here. Okay, so x, even though the whole thing ln x you cannot take away, but x you can take away what? Okay, x you can take away by using u quotient dual. Okay, u quotient dual, the quotient dual you can pull down. So 2 and 2 becomes 4. U and u cancel off. Now you get ln u. But ln u, we always use integration by part. So stay tuned for the slot for integration by part. Okay, so thank you, class.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Ailin, for preparing.
Ailin, show the answer again. The students say they cannot see the answer.
Oh, the
Okay,
last
okay.
part.
Yeah,
Okay.
last part, too fast, too
Okay, yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah. Because I short of
Okay.
time, I worry that you don't listen.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Just the answer.
Okay,
Okay.
just the
Just the
answer.
answer. Yeah, too fast.
Okay. Managed to get
Okay,
it?
that's
4
okay.
square root
Okay,
x
okay.
in brackets 1 square root x minus 1 plus c.
Okay, before
Okay.
you go, Ailin, tell them
The
the
last
code.
last digit.
Okay, the last digit. What was that? Let me see. Oh, yeah, the last digit is 3.
3. Okay, students get
3.
it? Number 3. Okay. All right. Okay. With God grace, we have reached the end of today's lesson. Okay. Thank you, Teacher Ailin, for preparing today's class lesson. And she has given us a lot of tips, okay, how to use the formula and the techniques. So please take note on the tips that given by Teacher Ailin. Congratulations to the students who are able to follow our class from the beginning till the end. You are superb. Okay, students, let's thank Teacher Ailin by clicking the subscribe button and activate the icon bell so that you will not miss the next live class. And also, don't forget to click the like button. Once you have done that, can you please type done on the chat box, especially the like button. We want as many as possible for Teacher Ailin to show your appreciation to Teacher Ailin. So can you click the like button and type done on the chat box? I want to see the word done. Please, student. Okay, thank you, Firdaus. Okay. Right. Okay, the link for the certificate and credits will be given in the chat box. Is it in the chat box already? The link? The certificate and credit links are given as a token of thank you for your dedication in joining this free online class today. Okay, and please share to this live class to your friends on your social media. Spread and share the goodness. Please take note, the certificate link will end half an hour after this live. Make sure to use EDD email only to log in. Incorrect email use will not be entertained. If you wish to get more information on the online classes, you can go to www.academyyoutuber.com. And to those who haven't joined EDD Junior Telegram, please do so. So once again, I would like to thank all the wonderful students for joining today's class. Thank you for being an IU supporter too. You are awesome. Feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. This is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia for all the students throughout the country, especially in this situation, the pandemic COVID-19. Okay, thank you for sharing again. So don't forget to join our live class next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. and the lesson will be on integration of 1 over f of x functions. Will be presented by Teacher Im. So till we meet again, ingat hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Stay safe and be safe, students. Till we meet again. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda.
Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma.
Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang.
Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.